Hi and welcome to my site. My name's Mark Prosser and I'm based in Manchester here in the United Kingdom. It's a real pleasure to meet you. Just to give you a little bit of my background before I move on, I've spent the whole of my life being an accountant. I qualified as a chartered accountant many moons ago. I've had my own practice and I was the financial director for a good wee while of a company here in Manchester, which we subsequently sold at the end of the 80s. Now, it was around that time in the UK where network marketing was being discussed, and I sort of got a peripheral sort of overview of the environment and wasn't necessarily convinced at the time. I understood the concept of franchising, that made a lot of sense to me, but I couldn't quite get my head around the concept of network marketing. Notwithstanding that, a lot of my friends were getting involved and being very successful, so it made sense not to have a closed mind, but to have an open mind and take a positive look, which I did. Now, okay, I didn't rush in with both feet, but come the mid-90s, I pretty much had enough of sat behind a desk all day, being an accountant, and wanted really to get out and actually meet real people. And I'll be frank, I was looking to try and find an environment where I could generate a substantial revenue stream without actually having to go to work in the traditional sense, to be able to work from home, because that has massive added values. Well, in 1995 I actually did get involved with a company over here in the UK. I liked the look of it. It was a very simple methodology. It seemed honest, it seemed to have integrity, and I have to say, when I got started and got stuck in, I was really impressed that I was meeting some very nice people, quality people in fact, who'd had the rug pulled out from under their feet for whatever reason, through redundancy or whatever. Now, over the course of the next 3 years, we all got to know each other, and we built a really strong business. In fact, we were distributors of the year 3 years later, and had already generated a six-figure income. So it was, I suppose, a bit like ducks to water. Both Delphina, who's a nursing sister, and myself, an accountant for goodness sake, actually found we really enjoyed the environment. And we have thoroughly enjoyed it ever since. Now, strangely enough, we've actually been involved in catering as a sideline as well. And over the course of the last 5-6 years, we acquired a golf club facility up in Lancashire here in the UK, which we actually currently run that together and thoroughly enjoy doing that. Notwithstanding that, we still want to be involved in network marketing. Network marketing is, if you like, our hobby. It's the traditional business environment tends to put you in the situation where you're meeting your employees, very nice people, but pretty much what you pay them is what the market says you've got to pay them. And I'd much rather be working with people, saying to them, look, there's an unlimited payroll capability here. Let's see if we can embrace it. Let's see if we can take advantage of it. Let's see what skill sets we need to add on. Let's have some fun, and at the end of the day, let's make some money. The traditional linear income system doesn't work for me anymore. The concept of working a week, getting paid a week, working a month, getting paid a month, working a year, getting paid a year is a bit old hat. You've got to invest in the future. It is the cornerstone of economics. It says invest and grow, invest and grow, invest and grow. And it seems 5% of people grasp it, the 95%, unfortunately, who don't, and end up working for the 5%. That's just the reality. So we can break out of that mode, but we've got to stop and think for ourselves a little bit. Now, network marketing actually gives us the ability to do that. It's the flow-on, if you like, really, from franchising. In franchising, we part with a capital sum and we buy someone else's good idea. But unfortunately, if we want to expand beyond that, we've got to part with another capital sum. It's just the way it is. When we get involved in network marketing, we not only acquire a franchise and become the franchisee, but we actually also become the franchisor. And I like that because, again, that's ethical and it's win-win. The key is backing the right horse. You've got to pick the right company. Now, I looked at MyShoppingGenie at the tail end of 2010 when it came over here into the UK. And I have to say, I was very impressed. A patented piece of software, very clever piece of software that sits on a computer and actually achieves what I always look for, which is win-win situations. Win-win situations. Now, it's an incredible little gadget because it sits there and it opens up automatically anytime anyone does a search for any product. Now, that's incredible because it means that genie effectively is well, it opens up on the first page of every major search engine. That's ridiculous. So if you can actually brand that little genie, it means that to whomsoever you have given it, if you're a business owner, it means that every time they use that little genie, your brand is there with a direct link straight back to your corporate website. Now, I just find that absolutely amazing. Now, the wonderful thing about this little gadget is that the customer or the client or your friend or anyone you've given it to, that they're going to benefit massively. It's going to save them loads of time and loads of money. So that's a win situation. This little bit of software is very clever because it actually does scour the internet looking for the vendors who are selling the product you're looking for at absolutely the best price, which is again another win-win situation, because we're sending traffic through our genie to the vendors who are selling at the best price, but who might not be able to have the financial wherewithal or clout to pay Google to get on the front page. Now, bear in mind, that's what's happening. Most people are tending to buy from the front page listings, and these are the listings of companies who are probably charging higher prices than they should be because they've paid so much to be on the front page of Google. All right? So it's odd. So here we are. We're benefiting the vendors who are selling the product at the right price, the best price. We're benefiting our retail customers, the people we give this application to, and I really struggle to get my head around that retailing in MyShoppingGenie isn't selling anything, it's giving something away that's going to help people save time and save money, and that's absolutely brilliant. And the other win-win, with the third part, the win-win-win part, is we actually benefit. Because every time we put one of these little genie apps out there, we're putting a little ATM in the sky, 24/7 ATM. That's the way I look at it. And we can put as many as we want to out there over the rest of our lives, in the knowledge that they'll be providing for us a passive residual income for the rest of our lives. Now, that just makes me focus on the concept of let's give loads of these things away. Every one of them is going to generate something, maybe $1 a month. Some won't use it as much as others. Some are $3 a month. And that's an amalgam. You know, sometimes you'll have good months, sometimes there'll be quiet months. It's just the way it is. But it's an amalgam of pay-per-click income. We get pay-per-click income every time someone clicks onto the application, uses it to steer through and check out vendor sites. We're linked automatically through the Genie to ClickBank. So if someone goes on our Genie and ends up buying a ClickBank product, and when you go and have a look at ClickBank, you'll see how much they paid. That's only $1.5 billion in commissions now. Right, so we're there every time somebody goes and uses our Genie and buys something off ClickBank. That's it. We get ClickBank commission. Every time they click on the Amazon link on our Genie, we get Amazon commission. These are just incredible little tools, and all we have to do is give them away. Now, the beauty of this environment is once you're involved in it and you see how powerful it is, you then come into the core of network marketing. That's just interpersonal communication. That's all that means. You and I, if we've had a good meal at a restaurant, we naturally recommend it. We see a good film, we pester people to go and see it. Well, I'm not saying pester anyone, but what I'm saying is when you've taken a cross-section of products and tested out this Genie, and you've seen just how powerful it is, and when you start meeting ordinary people achieving extraordinary incomes through the MyShoppingGenie business program, you'll start to get excited and you'll start to want to share this opportunity. Now, my background was in traditional network marketing, interpersonal skills, talking to people, and I'll never stop doing that because I enjoy it. But you need to add some other skills on, I think. There is a transfer of wealth towards people who are acquiring internet skills. So over the last few months, I've been acquiring them. It makes sense to do that. And the good thing is now, we've got all of the tools available to us. We know how to generate traffic to a website. We know how to build a website. And we've created a website which every one of our new distributors will get as a downloadable file. We'll help them get it set up. We'll put it on a traffic generating website, and we'll teach them how to generate traffic to that website. So you see, we're addressing this from both angles, and I think that's what you've got to do in today's marketplace. Listen, take a good look round the site. This is an incredibly powerful business proposition. There is nothing for nothing on planet Earth. That's an absolute reality. You're going to have to put some work in. You're going to have to learn some stuff. It's just the way it is. But let me tell you, we'll help you every single inch of the way. Remember, our success is your success, or the other way around, your success is our success. You know, one person in isolation can't achieve anything, but you get a group of people together and you can move mountains. So Anytime you want to talk, pick up the phone, email me, whatever. I'd really like to meet you. I'd really like to talk with you. And if the timing's right and you think the business model is right for you, then let's get together, let's have some fun, and let's make some money together. It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you, and I look forward to meeting up with you soon. Thanks for your time.